The other part to this project that we're going to be doing is a 3D structure using your windows and doors. So I'll come back to that in a second. This was created by Olivia Dodge a couple of years ago, and she created this structure based on her personal project she had seen. They had to research an artist, and from our New York City trip, find an artist from one of the galleries and kind of combine the two. Hers was a bigger project plus a different artist, and I'll show you that bigger project in a second. So she had these front-on images, straight-on images of these different buildings that had some cool windows to it. So I haven't done this yet, but I'm going to go with the plan that these do not have to line up. They should be about the same size. And if you're going to go horizontal for these images, keep them all horizontal. Maybe you could crop into them. They are going to be 8x10 prints. So whereas this cube is very vertical, if your other images are not, whatever you're going to choose. But this is one giant cube. And it was put together with foam core. She cut out all of the windows. Some were very intricate, others just kind of cut out, and you can see how these are joined together. And we put some vellum in the windows, and they could either be lit with natural lighting, or she had one of those LED candle lights that changed colors actually. So kind of a cool spin on what we're going to do with the beautiful windows and doors that you're taking on their own. So she photographed these. So you have the full windows and doors assignment. If you want to do 2 rolls of film, you can absolutely do that, because this is one of my favorite projects, and especially tying in the abandoned, which you do not have to do. But in this influence that she had seen was based on abandoned buildings in Albany. So she did that. They don't have to be boarded up and abandoned, but here's this great project. Don't go anywhere. It's not for you.
Good morning, and please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag.
The capital region of New York is this post-manufacturing, post-industrial area that, like many in the Northeast, have gone through a pretty dramatic change. Probably every vacant building has its own story. You see the remnants of lives that were once there. Inside this hull of a building, many generations of lives took place. A lot of industry left the area, and not only does that increase vacancy, but it also really alters people's perceptions of what the purpose of that place is. They're going through a type of identity crisis and trying to figure themselves out.
So when I first met Adam, I immediately liked him. He is an artist who has exhibited all over the world. I'm an architect that has worked locally. Breathing Lights is an attempt to encourage people to see our disinvested neighborhoods in a different manner, and to look again at something that we tend to uncomfortably ignore and pass by.
Breathing Lights is an effect that we install in hundreds of vacant buildings throughout the capital region of New York, in which light appears to be breathing out of all the windows.
It shows that it once again has potential for life, that it can be resuscitated, and that it once did have a full life.
So if we were able to create the appearance that they were being revitalized, it starts to reference this life force that exists beneath the entire region that's coming out in these particular nodes. The reality is with $1 million, you can fix up maybe 4 buildings. Whereas if we're lighting hundreds of them, we can draw attention to the issue that's so widespread throughout the region in a way that a small fixer up here or there never could do. We hope to open up this kind of larger conversation, or at least awareness about the fact that it's really easy to forget that we live around so many of these type of buildings. One of the assets to being able to work with Bloomberg Philanthropies on this project is the expertise that they bring. It's hard to believe that this project has been now years in the making, and we're finally at the point that it's going to happen.